पिया मेरा जिया पुकारे, हम भी चलेंगे सैया संग तुम्हारे, हम भी चलेंगे सैया संग तुम्हारे।
चोरी 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 काहे हमें पुकारे, तुमको बसी हो गोरी मन में हमारे, तुमको बसी हो गोरी मन में हमारे।
पिया पिया पिया
दियो दिले दियो दिलो दियो दिले दियो दिलो।
ये खिंचो खिंचो हमसे चले हो कहाँ सैया, मैं लागू तोरे पैया न छोड़ मोरी भैया। ये खिंचो खिंचो हमसे चले हो कहाँ सैया, मैं लागू तोरे पैया न छोड़ मोरी भैया।
ये छप मत भारी ये मुख गोरा गोरा, देखो देखो ऐसे ये जिया डोले मोरा। ये छप मत भारी ये मुख गोरा गोरा, देखो देखो ऐसे ये जिया डोले मोरा।
भोले वाले नैना मेरे जाने क्या इशारे, हम तो करेंगे मैया संग हमारे।
आके तेरी बाहों में हर शाम लगे सिंदूरी, आके तेरी बाहों में हर शाम लगे सिंदूरी। मेरे मन को महकाए, मेरे मन को महकाए तेरे मन की कस्तूरी।
आके तेरी बाहों में हर शाम लगे सिंदूरी, हो आके तेरी बाहों में हर शाम लगे सिंदूरी। मेरे मन को महकाए, मेरे मन को महकाए तेरे मन की कस्तूरी।
आके तेरी बाहों में हर शाम लगे सिंदूरी।
हो आके तेरी बाहों में हर शाम लगे सिंदूरी।
लौटा नहीं। चंदा तारा दिया में चमके कभी कभी जैसे कोई अंगारा तेरे माथे लगे हैं।
सबको मालूम है और सबको खबर हो गई। आजकल प्यार की चर्चे हर जबान पर। सबको मालूम है और सबको खबर हो गई।
तो क्या आजकल तेरे प्यार की चर्चे हर ज़ुबान पर। सबको मालूम है और सबको खबर हो गई।
हमने तो प्यार में ऐसा काम कर लिया। प्यार किया राह में अपना नाम कर लिया। हमने तो प्यार में ऐसा काम कर लिया। प्यार किया राह में अपना नाम कर लिया। प्यार की राह में अपना नाम कर लिया।
आजकल तेरे प्यार की चर्चे हर ज़ुबान पर। सबको मालूम है और सबको खबर हो गई।
तो क्या आजकल तेरे प्यार की चर्चे हर जबान पर। सबको मालूम है और सबको खबर हो गई।
ना चाहूं सोना चांदी ना चाहूं हीरा मोती ये मेरे किस काम के।
ना मांगू बंगला गाड़ी ना मांगू घोड़ा गाड़ी ये तो है बस नाम के। देती है दिल दे बदले में दिल देती है दिल दे बदले में दिल।
साहिबा प्यार में सौदा नहीं। साहिबा प्यार में सौदा नहीं। झूठ बोले अरे झूठ बोले तो आगे कौन कोई सिर लियो। मैं मायके चली जाऊंगी तुम देख दे रही हो। मैं मायके चली जाऊंगी तुम देख दे रही हो। झूठ बोले अरे झूठ बोले तो आगे कौन कोई सिर लियो। मैं मायके चली जाऊंगी तुम देख दे रही हो। मैं मायके चली जाऊंगी तुम देख दे रही हो।
Very happy to share at this moment, very happy to share at this moment, fundraising event organized by Sai Pariwar and each one of you with your contribution of time. An anonymous donor has just contributed $1,000 for this performance. Come on, open it up and start putting your hands in your pocket to see what's happening. Where's Madhvi? Madhvi's on stage. Where's Sridhar? Sridhar is sitting somewhere there. Where's Vijay? He's sitting there. Where's Amit? He's backstage. बाबा को कितना काम करना पड़ता है ना, कहाँ कहाँ हमको ढूंढना पड़ता है, राइट? तो अगर हम सब एक ही जगह मिल जाएं, उनके सामने, उनकी नजरें हम पे पड़ती रहे, तो कितना मजा आए। एक जगह कम नहीं है, दो जगह कम नहीं है, हर जगह होना चाहिए। When he is omnipresent, his institutions, his organizations, his buildings, his sevadars, his volunteers should be everywhere. Come on, give a round of applause to yourself. Tahe dil se blessings and good wishes to the anonymous donor for the $1,000. Now, I have a simple question. I just mentioned, thank you. Where is the temple of Baba? You mentioned couple of places. So there must be somebody who first put the brick there, who conceived, who thought this vision Baba had given, and he continue. Now tell me, where was the first temple of Baba built? Loudly. Shirdi? Are you sure? Are you sure? Baba gave 1 rupee to somebody, and he was the first person to contribute that 1 rupee into the construction of Baba's temple. Now give me the answer. Where was Baba's first temple built? It's in a place called Kudal, Sindhudurg. It's about 500 to 600 kilometers from Shirdi. That is where the first Baba temple was built. Now, I know you have the phones, you're going to urgently Google, and that's what we want to do. Last 2 years, we weren't able to go to India or travel anywhere. Most of us, if we had this discussion, oh, you know, इस समर में मन था कि इंडिया जाए, माँ बाप से मिले और वहाँ से शिरडी चले जाएं. और दिल सबका बड़ा दुखा. Every penny, like Baba contributed 1 rupee for that temple, and today you see where we all are, united, seated together, getting this opportunity to experience and share our faith and philosophy. Now let's welcome Tushar, Pinakin, Suchet, Vish and Raj for the next performance.
जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे तुम दिन को अगर रात कहो रात कहेंगे जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे दे देना आप साथ तो मर जाते हम कभी के
वेलकम जुगला जी सीखो जरा सीखो अंदाज प्यार का हमसे तुम कर लो आज कर लो इकरार प्यार का हमसे तुम सीखो जरा सीखो अंदाज प्यार का हमसे तुम कर लो आज कर लो इकरार प्यार का हमसे तुम आसमान से आया फरिश्ता प्यार का सबक सिखलाने दिल में है तस्वीर यार की आया हूँ वो दिखलाने कहो प्यार है तुमसे कुछ न कहो प्यार है तुमसे
अजनबी हसीना से यूं मुलाकात हो गई फिर क्या हुआ ये न पूछो कुछ ऐसी बात हो गई एक अजनबी हसीना से यूं मुलाकात हो गई
लगाया ऐसा तुझ संग बैर लगाया ऐसा रहा न मैं फिर अपने जैसा.
We are right across from the Regal Cinemas, where the old Johnson Johnson facility used to be there. It's been 10 years we have been in operation. And like any other temple, the primary goal of the temple is to provide religious services and provide the place for all our Indian diaspora to come and pray. And it's been founded by Mr. Surendra Katula, who is popularly known as Guruji. And also we have other members, Mukund Parik, Anil Bhatt, and Parul Patel, Kishore Aropali as the trustees. And besides the trustees, we have a few important people that have been supporting the temple from day one. Mr. Chukala has been very instrumental in, right from the beginning, for a very first second the temple is formed. Actually, he is the one who found the place for the temple, and he's been very active and involved in the temple activities since then. Thank you, Mr. Chukalaji. So we already talked about it. Though we say it's going to serve a few counties, obviously we see devotees hearing about the temple and come to the temple and pray Baba. Temple has been open for 7 days, and we currently operate in a 5,000 square foot facility. It's more like an office facility, but we converted it into a makeshift temple, and we've been there. And before COVID, we used to see approximately 1,000 devotees going in and out in any given week. One thing that I want to bring it out, which I wanted to mention in the beginning itself, is when you're going through the program, the slides kept on shifting actually. The primary focus of the presentation was one with Baba and the banner that says Sai Baba Temple, right? And all of a sudden, the banner shifts to just Sai Baba. The one with the banner with Sai Baba Temple as on the slideshow is the stock photograph that I have taken and made that banner. But for whatever reason, on my laptop, I see that banner, and however, on the main screen here, it switches back to another picture. I don't know how many of you noticed it. It kept on switching back. So the big picture that you see, the Baba's picture, that is actually from our temple. So Baba does a lot of miracles. I have no idea. I'm a techie guy. I've been in technology for over 30 years, but I did not know. I do a lot of presentations, but I don't know how it kept on switching to the Baba's picture that is from our own temple actually. So that tells me that he is here, his presence is felt here, and that energy, his energy is right here. So we have a number of deities, right from Ganesha, Durga Mata, and Balaji, and Shiva, Lord Shiva, form of Shivlingam. And a very unique piece that we have in the temple is Gomata. This is amazing, you will not be able to see all the details in this picture itself, but if you have been to the temple itself, it's a great carving. It's been carved out of one trunk, one piece of wood, and it's amazing, just amazing. You should come and see. If you're not been to the temple, please come and see this Gomata. Like Shirdi, we perform all aartis. Typically, I've seen other temples, not necessarily in New Jersey, but other places where volunteers actually come in the morning, do the aarti, close the temple, come back in the afternoon, do the aarti, close the temple, come back in the evening, do the aarti. And however, here we do all 4 pujas with the temple fully open, and we have been doing that from day one. And Guruji has hired a priest from day one, and that's how we have been operating. Major festivals, I'm sure some of you have been to the temple. The way that the pujas are done here is very authentic. There is no hangama, of course there will be a little bit of decoration and everything. The alankara will be there, but when it comes to the authentic puja, the Veda mantras, and that's where we really focus on. That's our primary focus, is how we perform the puja. No matter how big a temple you have, no matter how much of alankara we have, if you're not doing the puja right, if you're not chanting the mantram right, it's of no use. We've been very focused on that one, and we do number of festivals in the temple, and also we have, like any other temple, we also have home services. Please go out and then perform pujas on behalf of the devotees. Media partners, please patronize them if you are in business, if you are doing anything, please use them. They're great support for the temple. And Sridharji is here. Sridharji, if you don't mind, please come on stage. Mr. Vijay Garg, Indus TV, please come on the stage, please. We can try hard to do things in four walls of the temple, but without the media, we cannot reach people. Not a lot of people, not commercially, even for people to really know that there's a temple out there. They can go out there and take a solace. Not many people know, especially we not being on the main road and also being in the warehouse. Even as of today, not many people know about this temple. So besides contributing, another way you can help is get the word out, tell people that there's a temple out there, and that will really help all of us a lot. Thank you.
For having come today, in spite of a great Mother's Day, and it's a great appreciation from all of us, and we really profusely thank you all to be here. And without taking a lot of time, I request Sri Upendra Chukura to speak today. A few words for you. Give a big round of applause. And
Sairam, I took off my shoes because I saw the presence of Sai Baba when Shiva was telling about the picture changing. I was one of the people who noticed that. My association Sai Baba goes back to India many, many years, and one thing about Sai Baba is that he tests you. He tests your, devotion. And when you talk about Shraddha and Saburi, devotion and patience, and I think those are the important virtues everybody should have. When the Guruji has been my yoga teacher for many years, and Guruji always just say, we are doing prayers all over the place, we need to have a temple. And since that time, at that time I was a state legislator, I was in the New Jersey General Assembly. And wherever I go and think about Guruji, think about Sai Baba, and look for a place. And one time I was in Johnson complex for an event where it was for children who had handicapped. So I was there, and I saw this hall, they're trying to sell this building, small part of the renting the space. And immediately I called Guruji. Guruji was performing his Shashti Purti. In southern India, Telugu community, during the 60th and 61st birthday, they will celebrate, renewing vows, and they call it Shashti Purti. Shashti is 16 Sanskrit. And I called him, Guruji, you have to come and see here. She said, look, I'm in the middle of my Shashti Purti. We'll go later. I don't know, it is Baba's miracle that he liked the place, and immediately I called Mayor Mac Womack, North Brunswick Mayor, and I said, we need help. And she said, anything, Upendra, we'll try to do the help possible. Within a month, we got all the permissions, and it's amazing that got a place for month-to-month lease, because that was declared as a transit hub, and North Brunswick train station is supposed to come there, and Baba always finds a place close to the train station. He wants us to keep on the go. And so he got the place, and then I said, Guruji, now they're developing, they're building all the things. When are we moving? We don't have a place. And somehow, how many years? 10 years, 12 now, 12 years went by, and Guruji found a place. A friend of mine is a realtor. They have a place, Renaissance on Route 130 South, next to ShopRite, and found a place. Again, Guruji had gone through so much hardship trying to negotiate the deal and all the stuff. He was so frustrated. I called Guruji, you cannot give up. It's Baba's work, you cannot give up. And I called the realtor, we tried to broker a deal, and somehow that went through. And then he had to go before the zoning board in North Brunswick. For some reason, somebody was creating problems, traffic, this is not a safe thing and all the stuff. But we have overcome that. So I'm so thrilled that I am part of it. I was just a humble devotee of Sai Baba and were able to do that. I've been telling Guruji, collect as much money as possible. And we did not anticipate COVID at that time. And COVID came and changed everyone's life, one way or the other, But Guruji stuck to it, and with his board members, he was able to continue. And I'm so happy for Guruji. I am so glad that Sai Baba chose North Brunswick. And we have a former North Brunswick councilwoman, Shanti Nara, dear friend, and I know her father and all that, a long time, goes back late, say, 80s, early 80s. I knew her father and mother and family. And she was a little girl at that time. Now she's a big shot. She's a county commissioner. And so I want to introduce her, to welcome her. She's a Telugu speaking, and she's her mother, her sister, they are all devotees of Sai Baba. And so we have chosen North Brunswick, not only for leasing the place, but also a permanent location. So, Commissioner Shanti Nara, please share your thoughts in the presence of Sai Baba.
Thank you, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to be very brief, but we came to New Jersey, we came to North Brunswick in 1974, and there were no temples. So we used to go to Pittsburgh and we used to go to Flushing when they eventually opened, but we preceded all of that. So everything was in everyone's homes, no warehouses at that time. And so when this temple, Sai Baba temple, first came to the warehouse at the Transit Village, I went there. I don't know if you all remember me, but I went there, and it was so beautiful to see that. But to go from 1974, where we had to drive out of state to go to any temple, to know now that in my hometown where I still live, this temple is going to be less than 10 minutes from my house is an amazing, beautiful thing. And so I'm welcoming you all again to North Brunswick, my hometown. And I look forward to the inauguration day. I will be there with my family. And I hope all of you, I know you all open your hearts all the time, especially because of Sai Baba, but if you or your friends or family can do a bit more to make this a reality as soon as possible.
That, oh my God, I cannot give 100,000, I cannot give 50,000, 10,000, whatever it is. Whatever, yada shakti, whatever capacity you have. Even a brick, you can start with a brick, and all this amount you don't have to give one shot. You can do a recurring payments. You have, if you have the will, there is a way. And I think you have to take that responsibility and have that devotion, have that patience to help out Guruji and Sai Pariwar. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Vijay Garji for his $1,000 towards the construction of the temple. Sridhar Chillaragaru for Vainotu Padaharu, that's 1,116 towards the construction of the temple. And now we will request Guruji to please honor Shanti Garu and Sri. Thank you for your presence. And we will request Guruji to honor Upendra Garu. On behalf of Sai Pariwar, may we request Guruji again to honor Sridhar Garu.
Also, I would like to announce another 1116 from Pinakin Pathak, whom you are hearing right is singing. And there are not many people must be having in their mind. Please come forward. And I would like to thank all of you to be here. And we would really be very happy to spread the word everywhere you go. And we want the temple to come up fast. Also, I'd like to thank Dr. Tushar Patel. Give a big round of applause to Dr. Tushar Patel, Sheena, for really being very instrumental in organizing. And then at this time I have to, because we don't want to waste a lot of time later, you are hearing each and every performer here. How do you feel about the performances? Very hard work. Every single day, every single evening, 3 hours to 4 hours of rehearsals for past 2.5 months, and you are seeing the results. And I'd like to thank all my students and also Omkara group participants who are also like my students now, because I have been mentoring them for past 2.5 years, and their performance is amazing. One big round of applause to everybody. 18 singers sang Sri Ganeshaya Dhimahi. 18 singers. Not easy to match the Shruti and Talam together.
मुझे रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ अपनी प्रीत विच रंग दे। मुझे रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ अपनी प्रीत विच रंग दे। मुझे रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, रंग दे, मुझे रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ अपनी प्रीत विच रंग दे। मैं बनी की सवेरा जाग उठी, मैं जाग उठी। मैं बनी की सवेरा जाग उठी, मैं जाग उठी, जी जाग उठी। मैं बनी की मोरनी नाच उठी, मैं नाच उठी, चना नाच उठी। तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों में रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ अपनी प्रीत विच रंग दे। तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों में रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, हाँ रंग दे, मुझे अपनी प्रीत विच रंग दे। पिया तू अता जा, छोड़ा सामने देखे आँखें बुझा जा। तन की ज्वाला ठंडी हो जा, ऐसे गले का जा। प्यासे प्यासे मेरे लबों के लिए
मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे पग में घूंघर बांध के आ पग में घूंघर बांध के घुघटा मुख पर डाल के नैनन में कचरा लगा दे रे मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे डोलत छम छम कामिनी आ डोलत छम छम कामिनी चमकत जैसे कामनी चंचल प्यारी चमनागे रे मधुबन मेरा अधिकार नाचे रे गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे रे मधुबन मेरा अधिकार नाचे रे अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ तू कहीं टुकड़ों में जी रही है अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से
न वो आँखियाँ रुहानी कहीं न वो चेहरा नूरानी कहीं कहीं दिल वाले वाले बिना न वो सजरी जवानी कहीं जग घूमे थार जैसा न कोई जग घूमे थार जैसा न कोई न तो हंसना रुहानी कहीं न तो खुशबू खुमानी कहीं न वो रंग दिए गए देखी न वो प्यार सी लगानी कहीं जैसी तू है कैसी रहना जग घूमे थार जैसा न कोई 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 जिसे इश्क कहती है दुनिया, तो हम जिसे इश्क कहती है दुनिया, कहती है दुनिया, वो तो हम जिसे इश्क कहती है दुनिया, तो हम उठाने को जी चाहता है। दम मरो दम मिट जाएगा, ओ सुबह शाम। हरे कृष्णा हरे राम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। मिट जाएगा, सुबह शाम। हरे कृष्णा हरे राम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या, दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या, हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों, सबने हमारा किया क्या। दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या, दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या, हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों, सबने हमारा किया क्या।
आज जवानी पर तराने वाले कल पछताएगा, आज जवानी पर तराने वाले कल पछताएगा, आज जवानी पर तराने वाले कल पछताएगा, चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है ढल जाएगा, चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है ढल जाएगा, ढल जाएगा, ढल जाएगा, ढल जाएगा, ढल जाएगा।
लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे, लागा चुनरी में दाग, चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे, घर जाऊं कैसे, लागा चुनरी में दाग कैसे, लागा हो गई मैली मोरी चुनरिया, तोरे बदन सी होगी चुनरिया, हो गई मैली मोरी चुनरिया, तोरे बदन सी होगी चुनरिया, जाके बाबू से नजरे मिलाऊं कैसे, गिर जाऊं कैसे, लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे, लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे, लागा चुनरी में दाग।
In the times that we are, students that they are, and of course students of Guruji, putting in effort after school, after college hours, after their work hours, and bringing a show like this is immense, and this has been only through the grace of Sai Baba, and in his grace we all stand here.
Please give a big round of applause to Om, Sakir, Samir, Kushan. How beautifully they have accompanied, and they work so hard, you know. Playing as it is in the record is not easy, correct?
There's a very big sin most of us commit in the name of lot of other things. And I think I'm going to quote something from the Parayanam itself, from the book itself, where it says, one of the biggest sins of all is to get work from someone and paying them very less, or not paying them at all.
ऐसे में भी क्यों बेचैन है दिल, जीवन में न जाने क्या है कमी।
क्यों आग सी लगा के तुम सोओगे चांदनी, सुने भी नहीं देता मौसम का इशारा।
ये रात भीगी भीगी ये मस्त फिजाएं, उठा धीरे धीरे वो चांद प्यारा प्यारा।
जो दिल में जाए पीना पीना, दिल ढूंढे से सपने को। इस रात की जगमग में डूबी, मैं ढूंढ रही हूँ अपने को।
ये रात भीगी भीगी ये मस्त फिजाएं, उठा धीरे धीरे वो चांद प्यारा प्यारा।
क्यों आग सी लगा के तुम सोओगे चांदनी, सोने भी नहीं देता।
नी रे सा नी धा पा धा पा मा पा धा नी सा। ज़माने में कहाँ टूटी हुई तस्वीर बनती है, तेरे दरबार में बिगड़ी हुई तकदीर बनती है। तारीफ तेरी निकली है दिल से, आई है लब पे बन के कव्वाली। शिरडी वाले साईं बाबा आया है तेरे दर पे सवाली। शिरडी वाले साईं बाबा आया है तेरे दर पे सवाली। रब पे दुआएं, आंखों में आंसू, दिल में उम्मीदें, पर झोली खाली। शिरडी वाले साईं बाबा आया है तेरे दर पे सवाली। दर पे सवाली आया है, दर पे सवाली ओ बाबा। शिरडी वाले साईं बाबा आया है तेरे दर पे सवाली।
She has taken immense effort, just like each one of you, to see that this program reaches to a wider audience. As mentioned, there were certain limitations and constraints, but hey, we are in His presence, nothing here. And He sends angels just like her, and many of you just like you sitting there, who are here to support us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I request all the participants here to clap for them.
I would really, from bottom of my heart and on behalf of everybody here, thank all of you for coming here. And I thank the whole media. You know, right from the day one we started, we had the radios like Radio Zindagi, and also we had the NRI radio, and also I am very, very thankful to Mr. Vijay Garg for his complete support right from day one with his Indus TV, and continuously they were showing on the TV about our advertisements and also all our interviews. And I once again thank for every support he came here and also he blessed us. I also support Sridhar for Mana TV and Mana TV International for giving their complete support right from day one to advertise all our programs and also the interviews they have taken, and so many other media channels. I would like to thank them for their support. And as you all know, just Madhavi said, it's a beginning and all your support is required. Please spread the word about this new temple in your friends circles and also in your relatives. Please come to the temple right now. We are still in the same temple, but please bring everybody and then contribute whatever you can and support this big project.
Sai Ram, my name is Dr. Tushar Patel. I am so blessed and thankful to Guruji. On Mother's Day, I am chosen to do Baba's work for this wonderful musical concert put together by wonderful singers and musicians. We practiced, rehearsed for last 3 months, and we had an awesome musical extravaganza for 4 hours with talented singers, very young singers, some senior singers, and we had a wonderful, wonderful afternoon and evening on Mother's Day to raise some funds for Baba's temple coming in North Brunswick. I am so thankful to Guruji and his team for continuing these efforts to raise funds to bring the temple in North Brunswick. Temples are not only the place of worships, but also it's our signature to have our culture, our heritage and values display in the setting like temple. So I'm so thankful to Guruji and his team, and so thankful to Sridhar Chilara of Mana TV for always helping and getting the coverage for our events. Thank you so much.
Sai Ram, today is a very special day. It's Mother's Day in America, and we have celebrated all the mothers and grandmothers all over the world. And today, what a performance that was put together by the students of Guruji, Surendra Kattula, and at the Bridgewater Temple Auditorium. And this is the first step. People say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. This is the first step, first fundraiser, trying to raise towards construction of a Sai Mandir in North Brunswick, Route 130 South, Renaissance and area. And so it is a very important step, and there are a lot of people who have supported, and we need more support. I think that's what Guruji was talking about. Cannot be done by one person. It is Baba's work. It is our work. All of us have to chip in whatever capacity we have, reach our friends, reach our extended families, and try to get the brick by brick. Brick is $250. You can start with a brick and you can go up to $100,000 being a grand patron. And it all can be done if we all have the Shraddha and Saburi. We need the devotion to Baba, and we need to have the patience. I think that is what is important. After pandemic, we have lost 3 years of our lives, but we are all healthy thanks to Baba and our devotion to Baba.
Sai Ram. My name is Surendra Kattula, but I am popularly known as Guruji. We had an excellent fundraising program today in the auditorium of Sri Balaji Temple, Bridgewater. And there were so many people, so many devotees who came and blessed the occasion. And looks like we are going to start construction of the temple, but still it's not a small project. It's a 3 million to 4 million project. So we need more funds for the construction to start. So I humbly request all of you to please support, and please go onto our website www.saipariwar.org/donations and donate whatever you can, anything right from $1 onwards. Every dollar counts, and then we will be very soon coming up with our new temple. Thank you. And I want to thank Mana TV for supporting our events, for supporting today's program, and also all kinds of support Mana TV is giving. Thank you so much.